What's good, everybody? I'm here to show you my mastered makeup look. We're gonna have a few products, so we're just gonna get started. So first, there's gonna be a complete transparency-ness, okay? I went into my makeup and just said, let me do a full face with what I have, and did not care to go buy nothing for this. So this is what I have or what I have, and this is what I do. It first starts off by washing your face. Make sure you wash all of your face, okay? We need moisture so it's not dry and acne prone. You may still get acne, okay, but at least we try. So I have already done that, put my moisturizer on and whoop de whoop. First, a lot of people say you got to prime. I don't have a primer. I don't. Not a full face one at least. But I do have this here Malani eyeshadow primer. I don't know when I got this or where I got it from, but if it's still out, this how much it is. Here's my mirror. We're gonna do eyes first, since it's easy to kind of mess up. We put the eye primer on. When it comes to stuff like primer or like really any type of makeup, really anything, y'all, read the directions. The directions know best for the product. And so this one says, apply to clean, dry lids, blend from lash line to brow, allow 30 seconds to set. Is this the best one I've ever had? I can let you know it's the only eye primer I've only had. So I take about this much. It ain't a lot. It ain't a lot. So I like to just do little dots to evenly distribute. So I'll do 2 dots per side. Look to see how much is left. Make a third dot on the inside. Okay. And then I blend twice, go to the other, and then blend out to make sure they just look just like one another. From the lash line to the brow. And I like to do a little extra on the side because that's where my makeup go. Now we wait 30 seconds. I usually can set a timer. Set my 30-second alarm.
Starting now.
Thank you. So I was an esthetician. I went to esthetician school back in 2022, and we had a makeup kit. And I recently overhauled all of the stuff that I didn't use. 333 on the clock. Use just due to I don't wear a lot of eyeshadow, but I'm getting back into it. Yet I didn't wear what I had. So by the grace of Jesus, I was reminded that I had an esthetician kit. And with the esthetician kit, okay, everything you need is here. God was looking out for me, especially from what I just already have too. Since we are starting with the eyes, let me see what kind of look we want. Usually I base my look either on the lip, on the outfit, or on the eyes. If I have an outfit that I really want to wear, I pick a color of the shirt or pick a color of something. The lip, I'll be like, oh, I really want this specific shade, so I'm going to base off the eye look. So this is the Kryolan Professional Eyeshadow Palette. The brushes I'm using, Crown Brush, okay, this is a blending crease. So I'm going to use this brown right here in my crease. This comes with a mirror. So I tap, 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 tap. Start from the outer corner, blend in. Just keep going. Trust the process. Don't raise your eyebrows. Keep your face calm and just keep going. The product will show. Don't dig into your crease. Light brush, light brush. This adds dimension. Just tap, 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 add in. Make sure you go into the other inner crease. Crease to crease, girl. Crease to crease. Okay. You can definitely tell from this eye to this eye. Do the same thing on the other side. Tap, 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 tap. This is for the fallout. Outer crease. Or I guess corner. To other corner. Girl, crease to crease. Corner to corner. We know what I mean. Now, makeup is therapy, okay? It's a way to pamper yourself. Just sitting and blending, taking time out to do something for you. Make sure you have it the way you want it to. When that is done, we move on to the next color. What color is that? This purple, red, brown color right here. And then when we apply, okay, dab in. Just kind of stamp it on all across, all over the lid. Only the lid. This is our lid color. Once you feel like all of the product is stamped on, then you can go in with more of a brushing technique to blend it together a little bit more. Go back in if you feel like it ain't pigmented. Make sure you get to that inner corner as well. You can see the difference between this side and this. Go on the other side. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. Now, we go in with the eyeliner. I like to use cream eyeliners. This one is by NK. These are my favorite type of eyeliners. They go on, they do what you need to, and they're movable. We're using black today just because we just keeping it basic and simple. So we're going to go from outer crease or outer edge to the inner edge. We're not doing a wing today. Just my beginner everyday look. So it's just a little thin line for a little outline. Resting pinky on the cheek. We start here. Come on out first. Make sure you get above them lashes. So we on the skin. So now we're going in and make small lines to connect. They make sure you have the biggest impact and they make you stay straight. Go slow. It's okay to go slow. So it looks like this. Go to the other side. Now, if you got a line that makes your eyeliner thicker, one thing about this cream, it's easy to thicken it up. So I have messed up, so now I gotta make this eye thicker than this one. Well, I guess to even out. This way you just kind of look till you match. Pretty simple. Alright. Slow and steady wins the race. So first up we got Mascara Primer by Jafra Beauty. It's black. It's the tinted primer. So we're just going to apply that. I like to make sure it's on the lash. So I make sure I like kiss the lid and make sure it combs through the hairs. It allows, actual product distributions. Should I look up when I hit my eyelashes? At the bottom. Next, we use the Jafra Beauty Always 24 Hour 38% plus volume. Now, you can go ahead and shop these Jafra products on the website, okay? www.jafra.com/Michaela Johnson. Okay, now we apply this on top. Do the same method. Comb through. Make sure it evenly distribute. Remember to look up. And then I use some Q-tips, dry Q-tips to cut to get my eye, cleaned up. And then the eye makeup is complete. Hello. So this is a different day. This makeup therapy. I just kind of do the makeup because it's my form of therapy that I can afford, and I got the makeup here. So okay, part two. Okay, but as you see, the eye is kind of the same. It's just the same as it's gonna be. So here's the next steps. So I was in the makeup streets for a while, did a basic makeup look. I guess wasn't really in love with it. Went back into the streets to see if you need any new tips and tricks I can, I don't know, adapt. And I found underpainting. And so I said, okay, what's underpainting? Basically doing all the stuff underneath the foundation and then adding the foundation on top. I said, now this I can get behind because I use a powder foundation. So in order to do that, we're going to have to create. Who are y'all? Are y'all Kryolan? Amen. I use this Kryolan concealer and this little pad. And I use this to scrape with? It's like a little plastic situation. For underpainting, first we going in with uh the same shade as me for concealer. So we start next with concealer. So through underpainting, I have also learned about like how to spot correct. So I have some acne's, okay, and I got this little dark spot. For those who have mustaches, okay, I just waxed mine. Okay, look here, it's not nothing for us to not be proud of. Okay, listen, we work hard too, and we look good always. Concealing with the same shade is how you get rid of the discoloration, whether it's dark spots from acne, dark spots from mustaches, any discoloration you have, whatever it is, even out that base. So in order to do that, I am this shade with a little bit of this shade. So I go in first, like a little scrape, not too much because I'm only using a little bit. So here's what I'm finna do. I'm finna add this shade and this shade together, more of this shade and a little bit of this shade. Mix, mix. Then we're gonna go in with the lighter of the concealer by just adding a little bit more of this shade. I sometimes will add this shade to just lighten it up. We just gonna use this today. So for my skin tone shade, I'm gonna hit these dark spots here, this cheek over here. Might as well just hit up here and under my eyes to get that discoloration also. Do you see? Okay. So we got this. We scrape. Try to get as much off as possible. I use the other end for the lighter. Now I don't get as much just because I need the other brown to be primary, there. Here we are. Now, what we will be using to mix is this Kryolan mixing medium. Okay, we just add 1, 2 drops, and then I use this. Don't have a name, but I use a brush to mix. So if your brush is hard, just put the mixing medium on top of it. Oh, Gotta get that product out. I had to play around for a little bit, but we've come up with this shade, and we're gonna get it, again, right here underneath. Right, okay, right here underneath. Got me on the sides, and then on the other side, got me right here, and blend it out a little bit. Just know that we're gonna be using this brush again. So this is just to kind of even the base out as a whole, just so I can be one skin tone, as close to as one skin tone as possible. Okay, you see the difference? We're as close to one skin tone as possible. We use the same one, and we just gonna add a little bit more. Where you at? This one, which is my lighter shade. Now they said, your concealer is supposed to be like 1-2 shades lighter than you. So we spot conceal, and now we use this, which is lighter than me, which still needs to be mixed. 1, 2. We're using this same one, and we're just going in mix, just so I can lighten it. Shout out to my caramel friends. It's easier to really get in the color if we spread. Okay, now this is a very much so trust the process type of situation. Okay, I understand that when we put on foundation, it's easier to woo-woo, but that's why you just gonna have to just work with me. Just continue. So now we're here with the color. If we spread it out, we don't need as much. So now we use our situation. We go here with it. It is showing up. Okay, if your situation get dry, I don't really know how to get it better, but this setting spray be working. Okay, there it is. Okay. And go back under the lip. Okay, so I've hit here, 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 here. Now, that's all for concealer. You can see I look a little disformed, but that's all right, girl. That's all right. Next, we using this sponge. I'm using this side. Got some glitter on it. Okay. Blend it out. This is my concealer side. Excuse me. Look up. Make sure you look up when blending. When blending, just dab. This is what I do for it all. Look up right underneath. And this is why we do the eye first, because now we can come on, Lord, what's the word? Hide, sure, correct, cover up, whatever the case is. You can see. What it looked like. Now I may have a bag, but I don't have a dark circle. Okay, you see it. Now here we just blended. We blending this before we do anything else, so we can at least just be done with this. So it has enough dry time. Okay. Interesting to see me like 2 years ago. I look completely different. So now we have done that. What is next? Blush. Okay. So, like, most of the crafting and curating is over. So, we have at least gotten over the hump. So, now comes blush and contour. So, for blush, I will be using, we can use this purplish red. And I think I want to mix this red as well. And then for the contour, I'll be using this dark brown. Now I apply these both on the same. So for the blush, I'll be using this Eco Tools full blush brush. Okay. So I'll be digging into that. And then here and here. Okay. Now when it comes to the cream, you got to distribute. So I didn't, it's dab, 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 dab. Now we even out. So now here I'm out apples. Apple up, apple up. You see how pigmented this is? Now this is a burn blush situation. Uh, where you can use it for burns. I might have to get technical one day for my esthetician situation. But so we're just here with it, going on up. Now I have not done my brows yet, and that's fine. I'll show you what I do with them in due time. What is this? I don't know. But I like to sometimes bring my blush up here to the top just in case I got any access that's like faux bronzer. You see? So we got it like here and here. Okay. Now for contour, I use my finger. It's just easier for me. So we got here. All right, just 1, 2, 3. Suck in, and then I'm just gonna go along the line of the cheeks. here is just remember to trust the process, because honestly, we're almost done now. So now I have gotten my contour here, blush here. We still have our, what's this? Concealer. Okay. Now is the best part. Now is the we almost done part. Setting spray. Now I use this e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist up to 16 hours. Do it wear up to 16 hours? I don't know. I haven't tested. But because this is the last of our cream products, I want to set it. So, hold on. I'm not wiping off my contour. So, spray first. Okay. Okay, now it smells wonderful. Letting that dry down. I want to do my powder before I do my eyebrows, just because I use my eyebrows for that. So it's called BS Small Flat Face Flat Angle Brush. I use Fenty. It's gone now, but I use the Fenty Beauty Pro-Filt'r powder in the color Nutmeg. So I just place it in here. Use the top. Swirl, swirl to get enough of the distribute the product. Okay, now we use the back of our hand. It's a lot. So now if you have a bright foundation or blush, if you have a bright blush, this will mute it a lot more. When it comes to the under eye, I want to pat it in a bit more just to continue it being, set and concealed. And then we just kind of drag it around everywhere else. Swirl, swirl. Careful. If you got too much powder, just carefully work it in. And then you'll notice if you have too much, if you still have anything showing, you could just add more powder. All right, y'all. You see the evenness while still I'm even with a touch of light. Okay, powder is done. Shout out to the light. Okay, so now we're even with the little, okay. Now I go back in with the sponge, but I use this side. I like to pat under the eye for the blur effect. Now again, I'm just using what I have. Shout out to the Fenty. Shout out to the Fenty. She has gotten me through some times. And then I go up front, up top here. Really, anywhere it's like concealer, padding, and okay, now comes the last. What are these? Eyebrows. So for this, I use, what's your name? Jafra Beauty Micro Pencil in the color Warm Nutmeg. So I use the spoolie first. I brush everything up. And I come on down. Brush everything up. My eyebrows are sisters, not twins. That is okay. Because that's why we draw to fill it in. Alright, light. Okay, so I just use a little bit. Hair-like strokes up. Fill in the line. Fill in the line on the top. Fill in. Can't see. Same up. Okay. Now I like to brush it out to kind of blend them together a bit more and like thin out any of the excess. Now listen here. How you do your eyebrows is how you do your eyebrows. I don't know if my eyebrows are ever turning out the same twice. I'm not gonna hold you. But okay. Now the face and everything is complete. What we gonna spray this elf spray one more time. I'm gonna show you what happens next. Okay, now that we have done that, take the same foundation brush, don't add nothing to it. Just pat it in. This, I don't know if it does it. I just make sure that it gets set in. Make sure you get all the way through the neck, the chin, and the ears, and the forehead. Make sure to pat it in. Okay. Now, y'all. Now it's time for a lip. Tune in for the next part for lip combos.